Man, I'm telling you what, all the stuff they're finding, what they've been doing with our tax dollars, like all this corruption stuff going on in the government, it is really reshaped the way I think about money. They basically just treat our money like monopoly money. They print as much as they want. They go out and buy whatever the heck they want with it, and they don't care because there's no repercussions for them. They can just use the money however they want. And I think there's a really big lesson that we can take away from this, and that is the way that we view money is completely backwards. It's almost like how they flipped the food pyramid upside down. Like all the things we believe is healthy when it comes to food actually aren't healthy, and the things that we're told aren't healthy are actually the things that are healthy. It's that same kind of concept, because we have this scarcity mindset around money where we think it's so hard to come by, and we have to bust our butts and work our entire lives to maybe one day get ahead so that we can retire out at 65 or 70 years old and live out the remaining 5 to 10 years of our life, hopefully living our dreams and doing the things that we've been putting off for our entire lives. But in most cases, we never get to that point. And if we do, we have 5 to 10 years left, and then we're in the dirt. So that's our mindset around money. It's very hard to come by. We have to work extremely hard to get it. In a lot of cases, it's an enigma. It's just something that escapes us. We can't grasp, we can't get our hands around, and we can't fully understand how it works, how to obtain more of it. But apparently with these people, you know, these people that are basically just blowing our tax dollars, our hard-earned money, they have a completely different mindset. The way they view money is that they can print as much as they want, and they can do with it what they please because they can always get more. And for them to get more, all they have to do is just wave a magic wand, apparently. So what that's really got me thinking about is, why is it that we don't have that power? Why can't we have that same kind of mindset around money? And a lot of people will say, well, it's because we can't print our own. We don't have trillions of dollars of tax dollars coming at us every single year. That is a fair point. But let's think about it this way, all right? There's been a big push to divide this nation over the last, say, 10, 15 years or so, and it's worked very well. They've divided us. Essentially, we're divided over everything. We're divided over any kind of ideologies, mindset, race, religion. We're divided about food, what kind of stuff you should be eating. We're divided about everything. And I think that's intentional, and it's happening for a very strategic reason. And that reason is because they know that we are much stronger together. They know that divided, we will fall. Divided, we have no power. But united, they fear us. They fear what we're capable of. They fear us coming together over a common cause and taking back what belongs to us, taking back our rights, taking back our power. Because each and every one of us, we do hold the power for change. We hold the power to create the world of our dreams, but we can only do that if we're all united and we can all come together over that common cause. So how does that relate to money? All right, this is where it gets very, very interesting, and this is what I've really been pondering about. So let's say that we have 1 million people. Let's say that we build a community of 1 million people. And in today's modern age, that's not very hard to do. There's all kinds of influencers on social media and people that do podcasts, and there's all kinds of celebrities and just all kinds of normal, average, everyday people that have millions and millions of subscribers and followers. So let's say we take one of those people that has 1 million followers. And let's say that those 1 million followers, every single one of them donates a single dollar a day to a fundraising account. All right, just $1 a day. That's only $7 a week, $30 or $31 a month, or $365 a year. Most people can't afford that. Most people could afford to spend $1 a day. Matter of fact, most people waste that in grabbing a coffee or something like that every day. They waste 5 or 10 times that every single day just by going out and getting coffee. So most people could pull that amount of change together if they just rounded up their everyday expenses. So let's say that's the case. These 1 million people, they committed to donating a single dollar a day for the next year. Think about what that really means. That means that you would have an account that you could literally hand out $1 million and make someone in that community a millionaire every single day for an entire year. Think about that. You could have 365 millionaires in a year's time just by people donating $1. There are $1.36 trillion in circulation right now. And when you hear the word trillion, you're like, that's a lot of money. It's almost incomprehensible how much money that actually is. It is an astronomical amount of money. And if you think about that, there's enough money to go around and make a large majority of this population filthy freaking rich. So, I mean, let's take it a step back. Let's say that there was only 100,000 people in this community, in this tribe, and they all donated $1 every single day for a year. You could make 10 people $10,000 every single day for an entire year. Or if you wanted to scale it back less than that, you could hand out $1,000 to 100 people every single day for an entire year. That's literally just $1,000 going out to 100 people just because people are donating $1 into this fund. And again, $1 is not that much. In the grand scheme of things, just throwing away $1 every single day is not really that much money. And most of us waste a lot more than that in stupid materialistic stuff that we don't need and will probably never use every single day. Think about that. That is where our power lies, is the fact that if we pool our resources together and we come together and we unite, we have the power to create a reality for ourselves that is one we can only dream of. And that's what this whole situation has made me realize, is that they basically play Monopoly with our money. They act like it's a big game, so why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't we play the same game and just take it for what it is? Because it is a big game. That's all it really is. It's things like this and thinking outside the box and coming together and uniting over something common that gives us our power back and allows us to think like them. It allows us to get out of this scarcity mindset, because when you think about it in those simple terms, money is very easy to come by. I mean, if you can just hand out that amount of money just by somebody donating a single $1 a day and change that many people's lives just by donating money, that is a very, very powerful thing. I've come to realize what's really important. And what's really important is not working your entire life to get money so that you can have more materialistic stuff. Life isn't about having more stuff. It should actually be about needing less. Because if you need less, then you don't have to chase as much money. You don't have to always be hustling and going after these things. And you can use that time to do something more meaningful, something that actually brings you meaning and purpose in life, something that gives you a sense of direction. Because once you realize that money is not a scarcity and that it's a lot easier to come by than what we've been led to believe, and all this stuff that we believe is important isn't actually important, and we're focused on the wrong things, that's a paradigm shift. That's enough to change people's lives.